Hello everybody, Jet here, and welcome back to my Bretonnia playthrough as Carcassonne and the Fay Enchantress. Well, now as we have been confederating away, we are going to finish off our war soon, and then it's going to be going to help the elves against the greenskins and push them back and try and take Astelia, guys, or at least that's the aim. That said, guys, this was always planned to be a shorter campaign, so please feel free to pop comments on what you would like to see next, actually, guys. Ooh, yeah, let's buff up cavalry units. Because I will be, ooh, that's good. Cheaper knights is always good. Anyway, as I was saying, guys, we will be ending this, and there's a few others coming to an end relatively soon. So please feel free to pop any comments in the comments about what you would like to see next, or jump over to my Discord and say hi. And pop comments and requests there. I have had requests to do an Empire playthrough as a Boris Todbringer. Well, not an Empire playthrough, I guess, but to use the faction unlocker to play Boris Todbringer. So that'll potentially be up there. I'm going to be honest, I'm in a little bit of a loss because I've done most things at this point. I'm happy to do mods, but I don't want to be massively modding anything because I will use a few mods, but I'm not a huge fan of the massive overhauls. I'll play them for a bit. The other thing is the way I play, because these playthroughs do take quite a while to record. I generally find if I use an overhaul, by the time I get halfway through it, we're getting a patch, which means that the mods all have to get updated, which means my playthrough gets broken, so it's a bit hit and miss doing that. You know, I wouldn't be that upset if Grossel fell to the vampires, because I could go and capture it and get the entire region. That said, I don't really want that very northern settlement. That said, it's only going to be a matter of time before I'm at war with the Norskins. Let's just skip through everything else. Do nothing. I with the corruption, I can't really afford the extra negatives because we're already struggling, as you can see.
Blessings of the lady be upon you.
You seek the lady?
We are going to regroup. Well, not regroup, spent a bit of time just getting our troops back. Right, down here we are switching massively over to the industrial complexes. We've already got that, I do want that, because, yeah. Vigor reduction for cavalry, you know, all of that is good. Yeah, I want to get to the point where I can actually summon the Green Knight. And to be fair, I also want to rejig my armies a bit.
Lord of Bretonnia.
Champion of the lady.
We do have all three. Sorry, I'm just thinking of getting some of the really awesome shiny units. Royal Hippogriff Knights, for example. Which are not reliant on charge. I'm not a fan. I prefer these guys. Because while they have some charge bonus, they're not as reliant on it. They've got more HP, more armor, though they take more missile damage. They do more. They've got melee attack. Overall weapon strength is straight up higher. They don't have the bonus versus large, and their melee defense is slightly higher. So let's get 2 of them. Same reason I like Grey Otter Guardians, guys. I can't afford more of those just yet. But that's a start on rejigging this force. Yeah, I'm going to drop off those base level units there. Just putting some high level cav in here just to really provide a bit of backbone to our armies. They don't have to stay in his army, though he is also a melee monster. He is a bit of a cavalry monster on his own, so he's probably the person I want leading my most powerful army. The issue I do have is my economy is still not the strongest, and it's never going to be the strongest. I do find as Bretonnia, you do always suffer economically. You know, manning a large number of armies is always tricky. See, if I was them, I would actually be breaking out this way. But no, we're going to build up. It does give the vampires, the Barrow Legion time to build up. But we're not in a bad situation. And worst comes to worst, guys, we will end up going to, I think there is potentially a chance we are going to end up at war with at least some of the Wood Elf factions at some point. Which, while I'm not going to say it's going to be a horrible war, our cavalry and our fast movers will really help this. So. And we can sail out, because I also think our cavalry will be very good versus a lot of these vampire pirate factions, because again we can close fast, which will stop a lot of their real really big effective bonuses. Plus 12 units of immune to psychology. It's a buff unit. I don't know how good it actually is. That gives us a reasonable melee line. I don't really need a paladin in here.
Forward then. By the light of the lady.
I think it's worth keeping a couple of them at least for now. I'm just trying to think what else I would want to put in here. Probably a couple of questing knights, which take me up to 15, 16, 17. And then the rest will probably be archers. So we don't have much of the melee line. That is the downside with this force. But we're not meant to be melee facing. And actually, I'm going for the knights, which can be a bit more melee focused. So that does give us a lot more toughness in our line. Obviously, the Grail Knights and the Hippogriff Knights are very offensive. I think I would be remiss to not have 6 cavalry in any army I've got going with the Bretonnians. But this is also going to be costing us a lot of money, so I may not be able to do it fully just yet. That said, we've got other armies we can always rejig into this a bit. It doesn't need to be perfect, basically, guys. But it's also you never want to underestimate your archers. I'm almost tempted to drop one of those catapults. So I can get 6 archers. Much as I know a lot of people love siege equipment, I'm not a huge fan of it in battles because I find I end up not microing it and it hits my own troop slots, which is bad, apparently. That said, with my smaller units, the odd accidental hit isn't so bad because we're going to get less, it'll hit less of my units than theirs. That said, all of my units are more valuable.
My strength and wisdom are yours.
Ah.
Who calls me hence?
Protector of the
I
realm.
realised we had quite so many Grail Knights in there. I would have pulled some of them out for this. Oh, we'll pull one of those out for here. I forgot I hadn't done all my Grail Knights. Can I not build archers here? Oh, archers need farms. So we'll have to build our archers
I
elsewhere.
protect Bretonnia.
Paladin of Bretonnia.
Honor before glory.
You seek prophecy.
We'll pull him back into here for the time being then.
King Lewin Leonter.
That massively buffed our income, guys. Ooh, that's good. That said, a lot of these are very good. And some of these long run, when we go to war for greenskins, for example, that will be very useful. We're about to have a rebellion, but we'll put that down fairly swiftly because we've got the lady just sitting behind. We'll start moving down. So we'll rejig, so we'll have two major armies here, cavalry forces here, and then we will advance towards Blackstone, though that's not necessarily going to be the easiest place for us to take. It'll be a bloody battle to take it, that's for sure. That said, we've got a lot of catapults. We can rejig our armies to make sure we've got all of our catapults in the front force, at which point we'll knock
Your
our way
kind
through
has
there.
brought
And
great suffering upon
nope. And then we'll push along to finish them off. And then it's going to be preparing for war with the greenskins. Now, we probably want an army down here before we do that. And then we'll sally forth, take here to reclaim all of Bretonnia. And then we'll move up. You know, we'll potentially go around through the Empire territory into these mountains and clear through them. But we'll play it by ear. And that should start getting the elves more friendly with us. That said, these are prime targets. That's unfortunately wasteland, otherwise I'd think about going over there. Oh!
The lady gives you her blessing.
I think we'll win.
Fay Enchantress. Ever onward.
On for the lady.
So actually that didn't reduce my economy too much.
I will see it done.
So we will only have 4 archers. I do want to get some questing knights into this army as well, but because this army, for example, is a bit ridiculous. Very little. But then again, see, our infantry are... I don't know how useful that Grail Reliquary is. Yeah, but our infantry are literally just to hold the line briefly. Our cavalry are there to do all the work, so... Let's grab Rally. You can grab Pegasus. Oh wow, the Dark Elves are invading the north. That's worrying. I do not want to be fighting the Dark Elves, that's for sure. Grosso has fallen, so I can potentially move over there and capture there. But we need to finish this off first. We need to finish off the vampires first, guys, because that is by far the biggest issue we've got. Then we can start clearing the corruption there, and then we can look at sending an army up there to capture there, which will help with the with removing any corruption in the area, certainly. But it's a bit of a tricky one for what to do and where to go at the moment.
My blade is ready.
Yeah, a tribute.
I hear the winds.
Champion of the lady.
You seek me?
The lady's chosen. I go forth.
You seek the lady?
King Lewin.
Let's just borrow
I
them
shall
for
do
the
what
moment.
I can.
Who calls me hence? Enchantress.
No.
What do you seek?
Next turn we are moving. What I really need to do is get them out of Blackstone Post. That is the problem we're going to have here. Fighting while they've got a full stack in there will be very painful. And potentially not winnable. Is that a random little tower in Albion? No, I guess they are in the other ones. I was wondering if it was something new and shiny, which I've not noticed. Oh, they did it, they moved out. Perfect. Now is the perfect time to strike, especially while we've got the other army in there. We'll move forwards, they will potentially move up, because they've got the other army in. I doubt they'll garrison with their large army, which actually gives us a really good opportunity to take on that large army separately, and really get our cavalry to have fun playing with our cavalry.
I protect Bretonnia.
Hold true. The lady wills it.
Wow, okay, we're going to move everything up because that actually becomes an auto. I was not expecting us to be quite that powerful, to be fair.
No, leave me. I am vexed. I shall go.
I'll keep an eye on here.
Onwards, in her name.
Oh, he wasn't even in the settlement.
King of Bretonnia.
Wow, we've just taken their capital. Ow! Oh no, I was going to say, 4,000 chivalry seems a little OP now. Is that just in the region, or? I mean, it provides income anyway, so. And we have a hippogriff for one of our lords at least. 15, we get that. He will get there. Bigger reduction loss. And wind blast. I'm a bit surprised that was so easy. Carcassonne shouldn't have as much of a garrison. I'm surprised they didn't have more of a garrison, to be fair. That was their capital. I'm a little concerned by that Dark Elf invasion in the north. That is going to, however, keep Wulfric busy, at least. We are still definitely going to war for Greenskins next, because they hold part of Bretonnia. And we are going to claim Estelia as Bretonian territories after that. But I definitely need to be keeping an eye up here. Because for Dark Elves, I suspect are quite powerful. Even though they've now been pushed out of Ulthuan. No, so next thing is push through here, burn through these mountains, potentially defend down here. I mean, we'll potentially go for a fairly quick. Ooh. I do potentially need to worry about them as they are now going expansionist, actually. But going to war with the guys down here will potentially help that, so. We don't have to worry about greenskin incursions, so actually taking on there and leaving an army garrisoned here while two armies go down there is a good idea.
Yes?
Strength and honor.
Guardian of Bretonnia, moving out.
Cleanse our land. I shall prevail.
Guardian.
Your will?
This needs to be a quickly done battle, to be fair. I don't want to be sitting here. I'm going to fight this because I'm bored. I want to fight a battle. I'd have probably done better autoing it. But I want to fight. I want to try out some of my new units. They don't have any range, so my Hippogriff Knights are going to be very fun here because they can get right. They can just fly in behind, and as can Leon. So they're going to form a little air wing there and get behind and have some fun. Potentially try and assassinate Kemmler straight out or take on any flying units they've got. Because they may do in their garrison.
King Luen Leoncoeur.
Knights of Bretonnia!
And we're just going to start ripping holes through the walls, to be fair. Over here.
Orders, my lord! We fight for Bretonnia! Peasant woman! Knights of Bretonnia!
Priestess of the
Oh,
Lady!
you can form in with these guys, actually.
Paladin of Bretonnia! Hail! Yes!
Grail Guardians!
And they can go straight for the Varageists to have a little aerial battle. And get out of the range of all their towers. I'll deal with these guys in a minute. For now, I'm just going to pull them up. I think these guys should be able to deal with all of these flying monsters here.
King Luen Leoncoeur! I am king here! This is my will!
Fewer bats falling. None of us yet. And a Varageist.
Swiftly!
Yeah, that is going easily our way.
Smite them!
Blessed field trebuchet!
Let's hit the next chunk of wall. Right.
Peasant bowmen! Disbanding group!
You guys can all move up to here.
Bowmen!
You guys can move up just in front to take the bulk of the fire. You need to actually be moved into here.
Infantry!
Doing your bidding!
You require magic?
Lord of Bretonnia!
Child of light!
Quick now!
Oh, you should have been brought into this group. Who have won? Oh, this is annoying. It's not actually brought my cavalry in.
Armed and ready!
He counts as a monstrous flying unit. Oh,
Orders?
you can also be brought in to our rear guard here. Who are? Let's drop on Kemler.
Faith is my armor!
By the lady!
Your command! The lady protects me!
Lord of Bretonnia! Glory awaits! For our lady!
Battle ready!
Who's on a horse? Paladin-wise, you are.
Paladin of Bretonnia! Disbanding! Immediately! All men! Serve and obey! Shifted! Ready for battle! Men at arms! We are ready!
Split these guys into two groups just for ease of use. You guys actually need to get airborne. You're getting a little too damaged there.
It shall be! Enchantress! Obey! Damsel! Send them below!
Charge!
Honor! Squires! Peasant bowmen! Quick march!
They're taking a bit more damage, but I did throw them against most of the force, so... Come on, break free. Most of them have, to be fair. There's one Royal Hippogriff stuck down. I know a couple are. Come on, get out, please. Oh, he's from the other group, so I'm not going to lose either of those, which was the key thing there. Maybe I was a little overly aggressive there.
Awaken, my vengeful brothers!
I have seen a lot of people saying they are quite unimpressed with the Bretonnian flying units at the moment, so
I serve the lady! At speed! I call thee forth!
a few spells coming down there.
My lady, grant me your sight!
Annihilate them!
Battle ready!
Hastily!
We've pulled a big chunk of their force back here to watch us.
My strength is yours. All to glory.
We're going to move everything before it goes off. At least we washed their crypt horrors.
Peasant bowman!
Anon! Come unto me!
To victory!
Bit of a press here.
Attack!
Ready for battle! Hold
Pull those two out.
King Luan Leoncoeur, champion of the lady!
You guys can come and reinforce down here. And we've got some questing knights come in instead. You guys can all start pulling out your low on ammo. I don't even want you.
Ready for battle! Have at 'em!
Now it's just literally the slow push through. Oh, and you two can be pulled out too.
I see much!
The lady's chosen! To my banner! King Luan Leoncoeur!
Battle ready.
Hey! King Luan Leoncoeur!
Oh, you guys are meant to be retreating. Why are you retreating through there? They retreat to the closest exit, which would have been the back of the map, which could have been bad.
Paladin of Bretonnia!
My gifts are yours!
On to glory!
Morgiana!
Right, a nice big hill and a few buffs.
My gifts are yours! Sorceress!
We have very little left in the way of magic. We've got reasonable reserve, but it's going to take a while for that to tick up. This is becoming quite grindy over here. I don't want all
Ever
of them.
faithful! The lady at my right!
Daughter of Bretonnia!
The Grail really!
Defenders of the realm!
This was always going to be a bit of a grind through. That is one of the issues with playing as Bretonnia. Like, we've done the right thing here. We didn't touch the walls, but still.
Ready! Leg it!
Why are they not legging it directly off? Like I said, my Grail Knight Guardians here are going to be being fantastic.
King Luan Leoncoeur,
For the lady.
King of Bretonnia! With all haste!
We actually managed to kill Camla. No, we didn't. God damn. They got too much in. I knew it was too risky. We should have gone and played on the walls a bit, to be fair. Like I said, from that initial engagement, I wasn't massively impressed because I think Grail Guardians would have lasted longer. And they do have a lot of armor and really good HP. I mean, right now it is just very much a cavalry fight. You know, a few foot soldiers stuck in amongst everything, but it's trying at least. she actually down? Yes. They are all disintegrating over here. In fact, was that it? Pretty much. Even Chem is disintegrating at this point. So it's going to be a decisive victory, guys. I did it because I'd not fought a big battle in this play yet, so I wanted to play at least one. Let's get at least a few arch kills. Basically, as we drop in here, you'll probably watch the entire unit just crumble. Nice. And that is the end of the Barrow Legion, guys. 96 kills. We did take quite a bit of damage on some of our units. Ooh, that's painful, but we did the job. I say that, they got a hell of a lot of kills, guys. So I'm not going to relegate them yet. Maybe I just need to not use them in such a dumb way. Because that was a little bit of a... Let's do a... And that would have been where actually having the charge ones would have been better. We'd have just done a charge in, left them for 5 seconds, pulled out. So yeah, that's where that would have worked much better. But that is the end of the Barrow Legion. And that is the end of our main nemesis, guys. So this is a great, great victory for Bretonnia. And the Fay Enchantress. And her followers like Leon Lecoeur.
Smite them.
We have liberated the
Blessings
people
of the
from the
lady be upon you.
clutches of the undead.
My reputation precedes.
Oh, I was hoping I'd get 2 levels there. 1 more level before we get the quest. Next thing is going to be, we are just going to march straight on Montfort.
Protector of the realm. Lord.
Who calls me Hex?
God, I definitely don't want to not be taxing here. It makes me a fortune. Either, what I want here is walls. I can summon the Green Knight. I can only summon it once each time my chivalry level increases, and actually this is quite good, so we've got extra leadership. No, I may as well summon it actually. And he is epic. He only lasts for a short period of time, but he is amazing. A little bit of leveling up going on. That was the end of the Barrow Legion. Yes, it was. I was getting a little worried there. Anyway, guys, this is where we're going to have to leave it. So not quite ready to get Bretonnia back under our control, but it will be happening soon. You know, next time we will be invading, going to war for Greenskins. We will be reclaiming Montfort, which we did hold a while back, and we will be recapturing there and reuniting Bretonnia with a few extra territories here. Under our rule, at which point we'll work out where to go next. We'll probably leave an army here, and I'm not necessarily going to pursue up into these mountains. We'll see if I need to. Let's see if I can make friends with the elves.
You have the nerve to stand.
I wish they would trade with me.
Hail to Leoncoeur. How can the Empire...
Honor before
Will you guys trade with me now? You will.
We can come. I concur.
Hang on, they would confederate with me.
Everqueen.
Not sure I want to do that just yet. That said, once we've taken here, maybe. Anyway, as I was saying, that is it. So please feel free to pop any comments in the comments section or jump over to my Discord. There is a link to my Discord in the comments and the description, as well as links to my Twitter, my Patreon, and my affiliations with Overclockers UK and Fanatical Games. Thank you very much for your time.